हेलो एवरीवन। आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे कि आप अपना ब्रांड कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। वो कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जो आपको अपने दिमाग में रखनी चाहिए जब आप ब्रांड स्टार्ट करते हो, और वो कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जिसकी वजह से आप ब्रांड स्टार्ट तो कर लोगे पर धीरे धीरे वो ब्रांड आप बढ़ा नहीं पाओगे। आज के जो हमारे स्पेशलिस्ट गेस्ट हैं इस कॉन्वर्सेशन में, वो इतने डिस्टिंग्विश्ड हैं कि उनके बारे में बताने के लिए मुझे 10 मिनट का अलग से वीडियो चाहिए, पर मैं फिर भी उनके बारे में आपको थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ। तो डॉक्टर जसप्रीत कौर, जो कि वर्ल्ड के टॉप क्लास रिसर्चर्स में से एक है, उन्होंने मार्केटिंग के ऊपर 2 बुक्स लिखी हैं, जिसमें से एक है कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट और दूसरा कस्टमर सर्विस। तो जसप्रीत मैम, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। सबसे पहले आप मुझे एक बात बताइए कि कोई भी जब ब्रांड स्टार्ट करता है तो वो कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जो उनको अपने दिमाग में रखनी चाहिए।
The first step, according to me, would be differentiation of the brand. The product has to be differentiated from the competitors. So, in the market right now, there is so much of variety, especially when it comes to fashion and lifestyle garments. And even if I talk of sustainability, there are so many sustainable that I will have to differentiate my product so that I have a USP, a unique selling proposition, and that is what I can promise to the customer. So the first thing, according to me, is differentiation, and that is while you're making the product. So marketing, etc., come later on, but while making the product itself, you should have that ideology that this has to be different from the market. So that is the first thing that has to be done to the garment.
So it's very easy to say that do a new product, but the problem is how to make a new product. So what is the method to create a new product?
So ideally, in marketing, we say there's something called a latent need. Okay, so when we say latent need, it means that it is a need present in the customer, but he doesn't know about it. So we can say that marketers do have a market, but they don't know about it. Forget them knowing about it; even the customer doesn't know that I need it. So latent need per se is an unknown need. It is present in the customer, and because it is present, there is a scope of bringing in a new product also. And this latent need has to be recognized through research. But I'll give you an example of a latent need. So, if we come to this hydraulic bed of Godrej interior, suppose, um, they show a bed where, a lady clicks a button and the mat, rises, and there's a storage beneath it, and they just chuck their quilt and then they close it with the remote thing. Now, why did it take so long for such a bed to come? From years together, we have been using those horrendous storages, where every season tucking the quilt into the bed is a task where the whole family gets together and, okay, lift the mattress, and then everybody on a Sunday has to get off the bed and then lift the mattress, then change the sheet, and then below that, there's a, again, very again, it's wood. Sometimes it even pinches, so it's that bad a wood, and you lift it, and then you tuck it, and then it doesn't go in, then you stand on it and tuck it. So every season we go through that horrendous process. But if you go to the customer and ask him, is there any problem with the bed? No, everything is fine. It's the best, it's the strongest, there's no problem. So this is what I call a latent need. You have to get it out of the customer, say through some research. And that is what brands like Godrej Interior did. They understood this need and launched a differentiated product. In fashion, for example, the anti-sweat, for that matter, a garment which could retain the sweat, or not at least show it openly, because in an official environment, it's not a very pleasant thing to see, especially when it comes to men. So it's a very embarrassing thing, actually. Stain-free fabric, which especially for kids. So if a kid is eating a chocolate ice cream, you cannot kill him off for dropping a drop on the garments, and then they are like permanent stains. So all you had to do is give a treatment to the fabric, so that when the so-called chocolate ice cream drops, it gets washed away easily. The way you're doing to paints also, for that matter. The Asian paints which are coming now with the treatment, so much so that even if you scribble on them, you can rub it off. It was always a need. But the problem is, when we went to the customer, is there anything else you need in Asian paint? No. Any other color you need? No. Is it perfect? Yeah, it's perfect. Because I don't expect the customer to, perceive something more than what he's got. He's not the one who's going to innovate. It's the marketer's, domain to innovate. So that is something which you have to get. So if you want to get it out of the customer, some basic research techniques are being used. So one technique which is being used is projective techniques. Okay, so projective techniques are generally used when we have to take out the hidden feelings from a customer. So we give him a sentence completion or a picture analysis or a storytelling of a product. Okay, so for example, like in the bed case, I narrated you a whole incident. I want the customer to narrate it. Now once he narrates it, I would have got the latent need. So projective techniques mean if you directly ask a person, do you need it, he'll say no. But if I take him into a story, he narrates that whole horrendous experience of opening that storage and then closing it off and getting rid of it on a very crucial Sunday. Then I think I'll be able to get that latent need out. So projective techniques are used. And then there's also something called a thematic analysis that we do. So we give him a normal 6 to 7 normal personal interview questions. We get data from him, and then we divide them into themes. Now these themes are nothing but the latent needs. So he goes on speaking without even knowing that he's given us that latent need. Now, after we get it, it is our duty to devise a product that fulfills that need. Now, that is more of the technical part. And once that has been done, the next crucial thing is to make him aware that it's there in the market now. So I think that's the first thing which gets the product going. Neuromarketing are techniques, where we are trying to physiologically judge the customer. So one odd technique is, for example, suppose I call a set of 100 customers. I show them on a projector this whole horrendous activity of the storage bed. A family is doing it. And of course, there are instruments on their hand which are measuring their heartbeat and the pupil size. Now, when I'm showing this whole episode to them, their heartbeat rises or the pupil becomes bigger. Okay. When I show them a normal bed, it's absolutely normal. When I show them a bed with drawers, it again starts fluctuating. So I know that this is one need which he or she values. So then it's easier for me to devise a product for that. So that is what is neuromarketing. We are using it nowadays to get to latent needs of customers.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। आई थिंक आपने एक एक चीज़ जो बताई वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है किसी के लिए भी जब वो ब्रांड स्टार्ट कर रहा हो। होप कि आज के वीडियो से आप लोगों को कुछ नई इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली कि आप कैसे अपना ब्रांड स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। और अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया तो आप मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, इस वीडियो को शेयर कर सकते हैं, और जो चैनल मैं बना रहा हूँ फैशन डिज़ाइन इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, उस कम्युनिटी को ग्रो करने में मेरी मदद भी कर सकते हैं। तो मैं आपसे दोबारा मिलूंगा नेक्स्ट वीडियो में एक नए टॉपिक के साथ फैशन डिज़ाइन इंडस्ट्री के बारे में। बाय बाय।